As I said, we're going to do things a little bit differently this morning, so I want to draw your attention to the screen, please.
And now, a Mother's Day moment.
You know, Mother's Day is that special day every year where we celebrate the women who brought us into the world.
Honey, it actually took 12 hours with you.
Well, that's right. My mom was in labor for 12 hours. Thank you, Mom, for reminding me. This is the day that we appreciate all of the hard work and child-rearing years that our mothers...
Honey, sit up and enunciate your sentences.
And apparently I need to sit up and enunciate my sentences. Thank you, Mother. A famous person once said, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my mother." Now, for me...
Now, who said that?
I don't know who said it, Mom.
Oh, I think it was JFK.
I don't know. Maybe it was JFK. I don't know. I know I need to do this, though, right now. So.
Don't you sass me.
I'm not sassing you. Since moms are there from the beginning, it's really no coincidence that mama is typically a child's
Honey, I'm not sure that
first
shirt's
word.
working.
I like this shirt.
Not dressy enough.
Plenty dressy.
Well, put on what I bought you.
I don't want to wear that.
I gave it to you.
I know you gave it to me. I don't want to wear it. You know, a mother's love is something that every child wants. I know I did, and I still do. Oh, that's Douglas.
Well, answer it, Pumpkin.
I'm filming. Hello?
Tell him hello.
Oh, Mom says hi. Great. Don't care. Bye. Well, it seems that my mom's favorite son is going to be joining us for lunch.
Now, honey,
What?
don't be rude.
That's not rude. That's nice.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Then I guess I won't say anything at all. Great. Douglas is here. Douglas?
Daryl. Hey, is this for Mom?
Hey, can't you just go in the other room for 5 minutes?
Dude.
Mother's Day means
Honey,
a lot of...
we do not live in a barn.
What are you talking about? Who said anything about living in a barn? Oh. But my favorite memory growing up would have to be when
you wet the bed in 10th grade?
Hold on. Oh, this is over, pal.
Stop it.
No, this
right
is my
now.
gift to
Boys,
Mom,
listen,
man.
Stop.
Well, you can settle down, pal.
Stop it!
So I hope that all you mothers out there have a happy Mother's Day. Love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Very good. Why don't you turn to Exodus chapter 2 with me, please? Someone once said that a mother's love is God's enduring earthly reminder of his own love. Great saying. In fact, so great I'm going to say it one more time. A mother's love is God's enduring earthly reminder of his own love. So today I want to spend our remaining time, we're not going to take up too much time because I know that a lot of folks want to go home and have Mother's Day lunches and so forth. We're going to look today in the scriptures at 4 biblical examples of the godly mother. And so the first one I want to look at is the protective mother. Exodus chapter 2, verse 1 to 4. Now a man of the house of Levi married a Levite woman, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. When she saw that he was a fine child, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could hide him no longer, she got a papyrus basket for him and coated it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the child in it and put him among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. And his sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. It was that the mother of Moses knew that they were living in very precarious and difficult days. You might recall, if you've read the story, that the Egyptian maids that would serve those giving birth were told that if males were born, they were to be killed. The Egyptians did not want the Hebrew population growing. And so the mother of Moses takes Moses and puts him in a hiding place. She protects him. And to me, that is a great example, or a great portrayal, way to portray that a mother loves and protects her children. I recall times where our children have been in danger, and me being the heroic dad would sort of feel like it was my responsibility to jump out in front of whatever was coming, whatever harm was coming their way. But you know, more often than not, their mother would beat me to it. Have you noticed that in mums, that they're really quick thinkers when it comes to protecting their children? There's something that goes on in the mind and the hearts of a mother that causes her to want to protect, to cover, and to love a child. Godly mothers protect their children physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I praise God for the awesome examples that I have in my life, and for the awesome examples that we have in the church of godly mothers that protect. The second type of mother you find in the scriptures is the supportive mother. Why don't you flip over to 1 Samuel chapter 1 with me. Let's go to chapter 2 rather. 1 Samuel chapter 2. You know, Hannah had pleaded with God for a child. She had been barren, and in Israel that was an awful offense. It was awful for a woman to be barren. A little bit different in these days where our modern society, women can go on to schemes where they medically are inserted with eggs and, well, sperm and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, there's this incredible medical procedure that can happen today. They didn't have that sort of technology, of course, and for someone to be barren in Israel was an awful shame. And so Hannah pleaded with God to give her a child. And God answered her prayer. She gave birth to Samuel, and it was her job to honor the pledge that she had made to God. That pledge was that if you give me a child, I will dedicate him back to you, and he will serve you all the days of his life. Samuel chapter 2 and verse 9. Let's read 1 Samuel chapter 1 first and verse 24 to 28. When the man Elkanah went up with his family to offer the annual sacrifice to the Lord and to fulfill his vow, Hannah did not go. She said to her husband, "After the boy is weaned, I will take him and present him before the Lord, and he will live there always. Do what seems best to you." Elkanah, her husband, said, "Stay here until you have weaned him. Only may the Lord make good his word." So the woman stayed at the home and nursed her son until she had weaned him. After he was weaned, she took the boy with her, young as he was, along with a 3-year-old bull, an ephah, some flour, and a skin of wine, and brought him to the house of the Lord at Shiloh. When they had slaughtered the bull, they brought the boy to Eli. And she said to him, "As surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, I am the woman who stood here beside you praying to the Lord. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he shall be given over to the Lord." And he worshipped the Lord there with her. I love it when I see a mother that is committed to the purposes of God in the life of her child. It's a hard thing, you know. Evelyn sort of indicated before when she was talking about what Mary's responses might have been to Jesus when he was dying on the cross. But you might remember that right from the moment the angel came to her, she had understanding that one day her son would be the Messiah, and that Christ act would require him to give up his life. She knew right from the start that it was going to cost. And yet she was dedicated to the purposes of God, the Father, for her son.